Hey, from New Jersey, it's the SNL Nerds, the show where two comics from New Jersey nerd out about Saturday Night Live. I'm your co-host, John Trumbull.
And I'm your co-host, Darren Patterson.
Hello, Darren Patterson.
Hello, sir. Hello, sir. The fall is here. Honestly, the best season out of all the seasons. I'm going to say it right here, right now.
Ooh, hot take.
I've thrown down the gauntlet.
Ooh, are you like all pumpkin spiced out right now?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm not that big in the pumpkin spice. You know, I do respect.
Seize him!
Wow! Whoa! I think people.
All right, this entire podcast has been a sting operation, just looking to get you to admit that, Darren Patterson.
Damn it! You played the long con.
I did.
Son of a bitch. Now I'm gonna go home.
Why else would we keep doing this podcast that has next to no audience?
Now I'm gonna go home and sleep with my wife.
Shake,
rattle, and roll. But no, I would say out of all the seasons, it's like the nice cool crispness in the air.
Mm-hmm.
I can wear sweaters to cover up my my chubby body. I could eat coffee and whatnot. I would say as far as seasons go, it's fall with spring a close second, then summer and winter dead last.
But yeah, I would probably have summer and spring in a dead heat for first, fall below them, and winter dead last.
Okay,
yeah.
As long as we all agree, winter sucks.
Winter does kind of suck. Winter gets old very quickly. Whenever like Groundhog Day rolls around, I'm ready for winter to end.
Yeah,
and then it usually goes on for another 6 weeks, and it's just like,
come on. Yeah, it's just freezing cold. You can't do anything outside. Yeah. I mean, if you're in the Northeast like us, and you get hit with the snow and the blizzard, it's a nightmare. Mm-hmm. Seasonal depression. It's just
that is a bitch. That is part of why I do not like fall. Is the days are getting shorter. The seasonal affective disorder starts going. It's not good. Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. But yeah, but I feel like it's worse in the winter. Winters is just for the birds, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, spring and summer, if I'm depressed, I know it's just because of me and stuff that's going on in my life. It's not because of weather and how much sunlight I'm getting.
Right, exactly. Like with winter, it feels like the whole season is just one big depression.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's like the weather is as cold as your soul inside.
Exactly.
Yeah. Wow,
exactly.
Yeah. We're like two goth kids, apparently. Just talking.
What was that sketch that Chris Kattan did with Molly Shannon with the goth kids? Was it just called Goth Talk or something?
Yeah, Goth Talk. They're like two goth kids in Florida, and like Azrael Abyss, and I forget Molly Shannon's goth name.
Yeah,
but yeah, they're just two lone gothies in the Sunshine State, and just gothing it up.
That is like one of SNL's like forgotten recurring sketches.
It is. I know it has I know a few people do enjoy that sketch. It has I guess it's like a cult sketch, like where.
Okay. Yeah.
I know some people like it and enjoy it, but yeah, it's not like a big crowd pleaser. It's no. I don't know.
It's not like the Cheerleaders or.
Yeah. Like Matt Foley or something like that. But
right.
But yeah, I respect Goth Talk for sure.
Yeah, I can't. I'm trying to remember if I liked it that much. I think the fact that I can only sort of remember it doesn't speak well of it. So maybe,
yeah. I think maybe we'll have to revisit it, but maybe on a past episode we will. Who knows?
On a past episode?
Yeah,
I don't think we will on a past episode.
Already recorded. We'll talk about an episode of SNL from the past, with that sketch in it.
Okay, that's possible. Yes.
Yeah. Ooh, yes. Maybe for Halloween, which is coming up. Ooh, spooky.
Ooh, yeah. Spooky.
Boogity.
Spooky. And speaking of spooks in the spy sense, the CIA sense, not, the ghost sense or the, racist sense. This is not my best transition. This week, we're covering the movie Sneakers from 1992.
You've done better transitions, yeah.
I have. My transition game is not good this week.
I'll allow it. But But yeah, in honor of the late great Robert Redford, we're doing
Hmm.
Sneakers, a film that came out September 11th, 1992. Never forget. It was.
And that's why we remember the date of September 11th, because it's the day that Sneakers premiered in 1992, and for no other reason.
Nope, that's what my tattoo says. That's what ain't what my own.
You just got a tattoo of Robert Redford with
Yeah,
with September 11th, 1992. It says hashtag never forget.
that's right. Never forget, brother.
and then when September 11th, 2001 happened, you were like, "Fuck! Well, I'm
Oh,
already locked in on this Sneakers thing.
oh,
I can't commemorate 9/11 too."
oh, this tattoo is ruined now. I can't. I'm the real victim. Oh, that got dark.
Dark, but not inaccurate.
Yes.
Uh,
Sneakers, yes. Directed by Phil Alden Robinson. This is his follow up to Field of Dreams, which he
hmm.
came out with just a few years before. And this film was written by Phil, as well as Lawrence Lasker and Walter Parks. And Lasker and Parks also wrote a little film called War Games with Matthew Broderick.
Yeah, and I was hearing that the conception of this film kind of went back to war games. Like, it was conceived in the early 80s, and it just, as many Hollywood projects do, it took a long time in development, and was finally kind of got off the ground in 1991,
Yeah,
which is interesting, because like the context of this movie is very 1992, because it's very, oh, the Cold War just ended, the wall fell, our enemies are now our friends.
mm.
Everything's hunky dory with Russia now. That'll never change ever again.
Nope.
Um, so yeah, this is a movie that just kind of screams 1992.
Very much so. This film had a budget of 23 mil, made $105 million, and that's funny because I for some reason I just thought this film didn't do that well, but it seems to have done well because this seems like I think we talked about in the last episode. This seems like a film that's kind of gotten forgotten by a lot of people. No one really talks about it as much anymore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I sort of thought of this as like a cult film. I never got around to seeing it in its original theatrical release. This is your first time with it too, right, Darren?
I actually no, I saw it. I vaguely remember seeing this in the theater. So this came out in '92.
Hmm.
So I was probably just starting high school, like I was like a freshman
Right.
or so, something like that. And I remember this film kind of looked cool to me. Of course, it had Dan Aykroyd in it, and that's my
Yeah.
SNL love coming shining through. And I vaguely remember seeing this in the theater, and I remember liking it quite a bit.
Hmm.
Yeah, and then upon rewatch, I still like it. I still think it's a pretty solid movie.
I would have been like smack dab in the middle of college when this came out, so I would have been like 20, just turned 20 when this was
Mm.
happening, and I never got around to seeing it. But I knew it was like a cult film, and I was like, and I was aware of it, particularly because I was like working in a video store for a few summers. I was working on a Blockbuster, and yeah, so I was very aware of it, and I knew that this film had a following.
Mm.
Um, but yeah, just it was one of those films I just never got around to seeing. So I'm glad I finally got to see it. So
Yeah, and I mean, my God, the bona fides of people in this film is amazing. I mean,
it's a killer cast. So many Oscar nominees, several Oscar winners. We got Robert Redford, we
mm,
got Sidney Poitier, we got
R.I.P. R.I.P.
we got Ben Kingsley,
Yeah,
still alive. We got Dan Aykroyd, of course. That's our SNL connection. We got River
yeah,
Phoenix,
R.I.P.
David Straharan.
I think isn't it Stratharian or
I always have trouble with his last name. Stratharian?
I think so.
Something like that.
I always thought he was like the dude that played Al Bundy's neighbor on Married with Children, but I think it's a different guy.
No, that's a different actor, but they do look a little alike. That was
Okay.
what was that guy's name? Anyway, I don't know. I don't really care enough to look him up right now.
Yes.
The guy before Ted McGinley on
Yeah.
Baby Children.
He played Steve Rose. Yeah, that guy.
Yeah. Was it Garrison? Was that his last name?
Garrison Keeler?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
That's the only
It was
Garrison
something
I know.
Garrison. Yeah.
That's the only Garrison I know. I'll look it up.
Okay. And let's see who else we have. We have Mary McDonnell. So she was kind of coming off Dances with Wolves. She was Stands with Fists and Dances with Wolves. That's probably what she's best remembered for, I'd say.
Yeah.
Who am I leaving out?
Got
Stephen Tobolowsky's in it.
The Tobolowsky, yay!
Donald Logue is in it. This was like his first role in a movie.
Yeah, he's in it. He's in it for a bit.
I had no idea. My late friend Frankie Vitorello, he was a big fan of Donald Logue.
He's underrated, I think.
Yeah, he was one of those actors that Frankie would just kind of follow from project to project, and
character actor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, and that actor before who I confused Davis Ratharian with, that's David Garrison.
Garrison. I knew it was a Garrison. Yay.
There you go.
Okay. All right, and they're both David, so and they look a little like.
Yeah, that doesn't help either. I wonder if they ever had a meeting and be like, look, one of us has got to change our name. We look alike.
2 Davids enter, 1 David leaves.
There could only be one David.
They're like Highlanders, yeah. Character actors named David, yeah.
These are the Daves I know. These are the Daves I know.
And towards the very end, we get, that was a bit of a spoiler, I guess. We get James Earl Jones popping up.
R.I.P.
Was he uncredited in this?
He was, yeah.
Okay, yeah, because he was kind of a surprise. Because... there's one actor in this bunch who, like, we don't see them in the movie for a while, and I'm just like, oh, well, okay, I know what's going to happen now, because there's this prominent actor who's, like, billed in the movie who hasn't shown up yet. I wonder who the big villain's going to be.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. I didn't even think of that. I think you're right.
It probably would have surprised me more in 1992, but, watching it now in the year of our Lord 2025, I was like, I've seen a bunch more movies, so I know how they work.
I know how this goes.
I know. Yeah, the movie, it wasn't quite what I was expecting. I was expecting something like a little more comedic, a little more whimsical.
Oh.
But this was like a little more serious and a little more paranoid conspiracy thriller than I was expecting.
Yeah, because now that you mention it, I think I was expecting something like that, because this movie does have some comedic beats in it, some funny parts.
Yeah,
and I remember the trailer kind of highlighted that a bit, like when in the beginning when they try to sort of break into the bank, and then one of them hops over the
counter.
Over the counter, and he trips and falls. It's like, it's a little comedic beat. Like I did think there'd be a little bit more funny, and there are, like I said, there are comedic beats, but it is a little bit more espionage, like almost Tom Clancy-ish. And
I guess I shouldn't be too surprised by that, because like I know that Redford was attracted to that. Redford, he was of course like a very political guy, and he also made like sort of grown up type thrillers in the 70s, like 3 Days of the Condor, which I just recently saw for the first time last year. So I was seeing like a lot of parallels between the two of them, those two movies.
Yeah, for sure. But I still enjoyed this movie. I'd say it's got a lot of good stuff in here. Of course, kicking off the movies with the most amazing thing you can kick a movie off with, anagrams.
Yeah. In the opening credits, we got anagrams.
Yeah, and then we see a little flashback. December 1969, we get introduced these two college students at their college hacking into the system. Two guys, a young Marty and a young Cosmo. Yes, and they're doing extremely illegal things, like hacking into the Republican Party and having them donate money to the Black Panthers. Love it. Hacking into Nixon's personal account and giving his money to the legalized marijuana party.
Sure, yeah.
Awesome. Wow. So they're doing some bold things.
And you can tell Marty, I'm looking at Marty and I'm like, okay, well, obviously he's the young Robert Redford character, because they got an actor who looks vaguely like young Robert Redford. His hair's, kind of longer. They put a mustache on him. So they're going for like a Butch and Sundance Robert Redford.
Yes, very much so.
And I'm like, okay, well, yeah, he can pass. The other guy looks like a young David Paymer.
Dude, I thought the exact same fucking thing.
Yeah, yeah. I'm like, oh, is this guy going to grow up to be David Paymer? Is David Paymer in this movie? What's going on?
I literally thought, oh, is David in this film? Another
Yeah.
David. All the
Yeah,
Davids.
another David character actor.
Wow. Oops, all Davids.
Oops, all Davids. So yeah, they're doing this, and they're we learn what their basic deal is, and they do a thing that it's like December, so it's the middle of winter, so they got to decide who's going to go out for pizza, and I guess because it's 1969, you can't just like call and order ahead of time or something. I don't know. So they do this thing where Cosmo is like, hey, pick a hand, and he's got like a thing in his hand, and young Redford picks one fist, and like nothing in the fist, and so now you have to be the one who goes out, and then after he leaves, there was nothing in his other hand either. He's a trickster.
You can't trust anyone these days.
Yeah. So young Redford goes out for the pizza. And as he's doing that, he's like scraping off he's starting up his van, trying to start that up. He sees like some cops kind of converging on the campus.
Yeah. And
he kind of gets the idea of what's up. Yeah.
Yeah. So he gets out, sees what's happening. Yeah. Sure enough, the cops come in, they bust Cosmo, and Marty sees it all goes down, and Cosmo sees Marty, and he's like, Marty, help me. And like, Marty takes off.
Yeah.
And of course, later on in the movie, we learned that now that the cops were after him, he left the country, went to Canada. But anyway, fast forward to present day now, we see that he's started this new company where banks hire him to break into their banks to see how good their security is.
Okay, before we get into that too deeply, I just want to say, like, there's an interesting parallel here with 3 Days of the Condor. Have you ever seen 3 Days of the Condor?
I have not. No.
Okay, so I'm not spoiling too much of anything because this is a thing that happens early on in that film. In 3 Days of the Condor, Redford is working at this like secret government office, and the inciting incident in the film is like some enemy agents come in and they like slaughter everybody in the office. But geez. Redford misses that because he is the one person in the office who was going out for lunch for the office that day. So this is like two spy type movies where Redford's character avoids something heinous happening to him because he's the one who happens to be going out for food.
Moral of the story, moral of the story: people always go out for lunch. I think that's what I've learned here today.
Or always follow Robert Redford when he's going out for lunch. Yeah. He knows shit's about to go down.
Hey, I'm going out for Thai. Anybody want? I'll come with you.
I'll come with you, Robert Redford. Yes, I will do that, Robert Redford.
Let's all go. Come on, in my car.
Yeah. But he's like, he's not like super spy guy in that. He's just like a researcher for, I don't remember if it was the CIA or what. I'll just say it's the CIA.
Okay.
But so he's the one survivor, and he's like, oh, what the shit's going on, and he's like on the run for the rest of the film. It's a good film. It's worth seeing.
Sounds cool. All right.
Yeah. Faye Dunaway, Max von Sydow, very worth seeing. 3 Days of the Condor. Thumbs up from me.
Wow. All right. Done. I'll put it on my Redford list.
Yeah. So I thought that was an interesting parallel. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but I thought it was neat.
No, I dig it, man. Thanks.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like you were saying, in the present day, Redford now has this company where he's like testing company security systems by basically breaking into them and finding where the holes in their security are.
Right, and it's they're in San Francisco, and Martin now goes under the name Martin Bishop because his real name is Martin Bryce, and and he has a team of people, including Donald Creese, Sidney Poitier's character, who's a former CIA,
right?
Mother, who's played by Aykroyd, Darren Mother Roscoe. He's a technician, and he's also a crazy conspiracy theorist. He's like throughout the whole movie, he's just spouting out all these conspiracy theories.
Oh, we didn't really land on the moon in 1969. It happened in this soundstage in this place, or on July 1st, this thing happened, and so
JFK is still alive, and
he was just shot. He's still alive.
Yeah, remember when the conspiracy theorists were like living on the fringes and not like running our government and shit.
Yeah, that's the interesting thing. I mean, this is like just on the cusp of the pre-internet era, so
Yeah.
you had to work a little more to find your conspiracies, and everybody regarded conspiracy theorists as, kind of out there, kind of nutty, and
Yeah,
yeah,
and here we are.
yeah. Now everybody's like, oh, if it's on the internet, it must be true. Yeah,
Yeah, look at all these AI pictures. These are from real life.
yeah. And let's see, we also have Whistler, who's David Straharen's character, who's a blind man, but his hearing is so sensitive he can like hear a pin drop from 3 miles away and be like,
Yeah.
oh, that was this brand of pin. And it fell on this type of pillow. And, that's how good his hearing is. It's like freakishly good.
He can identify all pins.
Yes.
And then we have Carl Arbogast, who's the late, great River Phoenix, who's like a hacking prodigy. He's only 19,
right?
But he's super good at hacking.
Yeah, he hacked into some, like the CIA or something in high school or something like that, and Redford recruited him right out of that. So we get kind of a rundown of the guys, and we see them on a job, and we're like, oh, they're like robbing a bank, but then after the job's completed, like Redford, we see him like meeting with people, and he's like, okay, well, your security guards could be a little better trained, this and that. This is what you need to work on, and then he gets a check from them. They're like, oh, well, thank you very much for showing where our problem areas are. And that's a neat opening to the movie. I like that we're not just told what he does. We get to see him in action.
Yeah, so, exactly. And we see that we could see that they actually are really good and, well trained and competent and everything. So, yeah, it's a good way to introduce everybody and see what they're all about. Okay. So the next day, Martin is approached by some NSA agents.
Right.
The United States Department of Defense, of course.
And because we don't have enough great character actors in this thing, they are played by Eddie Jones and Timothy Busfield.
Yeah.
So, I mean, both those two guys I love. I'm always happy to see them pop up in stuff. So,
yeah. Absolutely. So the two of them approach him, and they offer to clear his record because they know about his true identity and who he really is. But they need him to recover this Russian-funded black box device, with the code name C-Tech Astronomy.
Right.
And it's from this mathematician, Gunter Jankin, which is Donald Logue.
Yeah, Donald Logue's character. And they say, yeah, if you do this, we will clear your record. You can go back to using your original name of Martin Bryce. Because he's been on the run from the FBI since 1969.
Right.
So, and they also say we will pay $175,000 to you and your team. And I went to, whenever they talk about specific amounts of money in movies, I like going to the inflation calculator to find out how much that is in today's money.
How much is it?
And for 2025, that comes out to $404,104.06.
Okay, there we go. All right.
Approximately 130% more than it was in 1992.
Okay. Yeah, because when they said that number, I was like, oh, that sounds kind of low. But
yeah, especially if you're like splitting that 6 ways, and like split 6 ways, that is $29,166 a piece. And like Sidney Poitier is like talking about taking a European vacation.
I was like, I guess flights were cheaper. I mean, they must have been, yeah.
I mean, everything was cheaper in 92. So
it was a better time.
Yeah, but it does seem like a low amount, especially when it's split up among 6 people. And you're like, wait, guys, there are only 5 people on the team. No, Redford is recruiting a 6th person onto the team because they need a girl.
Of course, you need a lady.
You need a lady.
Ooh,
so he goes to recruit his ex-girlfriend Liz, who's played by Mary McCormick. And we don't find out too much about their backstory, just that they used to date and she's like, I don't want to get back together. And I'm like, what? Yeah, you don't want to get back together with Robert Frederick. Okay, pull the other one.
Come on, look at this man.
I mean, come on. Robert Redford shows up at your door, he asks you to do something. You're fucking doing it, okay?
Yeah, come on.
I don't care if you're a man, if you're a woman, if you're like a baby. Redford asked you to do shit. You're doing it.
Yeah, come on. Look at that face.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. My God.
I mean, he's a beautiful, beautiful man.
Yeah. So she, she says she's in. Of course, they're not getting back together. Then they go stake out the scientist Jenkins,
Donald Logue. Yeah.
Donald Logue, and then they meet up with one of their old friends, Gregor, or Greg as I called him, who is a Russian consulate spy.
Yeah.
And of course, they know him from the past. And then
he's talking about like, oh, we're in a new world, and blah blah blah. Yeah, it's all just like they may as well just lower a neon sign that just like blinks. We're in 1992.
Absolutely. So so then also the crew is staking out Jenkins' office, and so they're trying to figure out where the black box is, and they have it all staked out. And then at one point we have Dr. Reiskopf, who's like an associate.
Yeah, like she comes in and she's like sort of having an affair with Donald Logue's scientist guy, and they're trying to like find out the password on his computer, and she's initially sort of a hindrance because she's like blocking the view of the keyboard, so they can't see what Donald Logue's typing in.
Yeah, and because like she wants to hook up, and again, early '90s, you got to have some tasteful, sexy scenes in there. And this is another.
And we're not in the 80s anymore, so we can't do the gratuitous nudity that we do in a 1980s movie.
Yeah, this is the 90s. We're classier now.
We're classy. So she just like unbuttons her blouse and we see like fuzzy video of her in a bra. It's, that's what 1992 kids had to deal with.
Yeah, and of course the crew across the way is looking out through the camera, and one's like, "Oh, let me take a look at that." Like, see, this is also another part that made me think it was more of a comedy because you get that, dudes peeking in at two
River Phoenix really horny in this movie.
Yeah,
he is.
Whoa,
he's like, oh, there's a lady taking her clothes off. I want to see. I'm gonna look in on the spy glasses and stuff, and I'm just like, dude, you look like River Phoenix. I refuse to believe you have trouble dating.
You're beautiful. Yeah, but
again, beautiful man.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. His character's 19, so
Yeah, all the hormones are raging. So yeah.
But yeah, like I remember seeing this part in the trailer, thinking it was more of a comedy than it was.
Yeah. And it starts out a little more lighthearted and ends kind of lighthearted, but like in the middle, it's pretty serious, I would say.
Yeah, I would say so.
But so they kind of figure out like because the his girlfriend, mistress lady, whatever you want to call her, she mentions like, oh, I tried calling your answering service. And I didn't hear from you, but the team reasons out. Wait a minute, he has an answering service, but then why does he have an answering machine on his desk there? That's where the black box is hidden.
Remember answering machines, everybody?
Remember answering services?
Yeah, yeah.
No. Because you're young and we're old? Yes, that is a correct answer.
Yeah. Remember spending your whole day trying to leave a clever, outgoing message on your answering machine?
Yeah.
Pick up the, please leave a message. D. Good days.
I once did on my outgoing answering machine message in college. I did a Few Good Men riff.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh.
It was you want answers, I want the truth. Son, we live in a world with phone calls. Those phone calls have to be answered by men with machines. And I was doing a Jack Nicholson impression too.
Wow, you went all out.
I did. Well, if I really went all out, I would have like recruited somebody else to do it with me. So no, but instead I was just doing Tom Cruise and Jack Nicholson. And
you couldn't hire anybody. It wasn't in the budget.
Well, I mean, look, I had this as my outgoing answering machine messages. I didn't have a whole lot of friends.
Okay. Oh wow, this got sad. This got sad.
I don't think I had it for very, very long. I might have like done. That might have been one I called and recorded, and then called a friend and said, "Hey, can you call this and tell me if it's lame or not?"
Let me run this by you.
Let me. You're going to be my test audience for this. So I might not have kept it for very long.
Is this lame or nah?
Yeah.
Oh, good time. All right, so so they find out that they figure out that the black box is in the answering machine. So
Right.
um, we have we have Marty going into the office,
Yeah.
unawares, but then he sees, oh, there's a electronic keypad. Anybody know how to get past this? He's talking to
This is the
uh
height of 1992 technology.
yes, a keypad.
A
Oh no.
keypad. Oh no, scientist is not.
And I did think this scene was funny because
Yeah.
like he was talking to Kreese and Mother in the van. It's like,
Hmm.
wow, those things are tricky if you get past. Like, all right, there's this one thing it might work. Let's give it a try. And he's like, uh-huh,
Hmm.
okay, all right, I'll give it a shot. He just kicks it right in and the door
Yeah,
opens.
that was cute. That was
I
cute.
thought that was pretty funny. I was like, oh, okay,
Hmm.
that was funny. Yeah, so he goes in and he gets a hold of the black box, but oh no, Dr. Ricecoff walks in. It's like, who are
Hmm.
you? What's going on here? And so Marty has to kind of lie and say that he's a PI, and he says that Janek's wife hired him.
Yeah,
And
and he doesn't have a wife. They're just making this up on the spot because he's like Redford's like making up stuff on the spot to like fool this lady, and he's also being prompted by the guys in the earpiece in his ear, and
right,
they're sort of prompting him on what to say that she might buy, and
yeah,
it's an amusing scene.
yeah, I think it's pretty funny. It has
Yeah.
a bunch of good beats, and
Hmm.
it's always pretty good. Yeah. So anyway, the crew celebrates back at their hideout that they got the
Yeah.
box. Um,
And the crew, I should say, they've just found out that Marty has been on the run from the FBI for all these years.
oh yeah, he
They
didn't.
didn't know that he was operating under a cover identity and that he was really Martin Bryce and not Martin Bishop.
Yeah, he kept that
And
from them, which is
yeah, so
okay.
like when the NSA comes to him and they said, "Hey, we need you to do this job," and you'll clear your record. He kind of comes clean to the whole team and says like, here. And Mary McCormick is like the only one who really knew what the deal was.
Yeah,
Um,
is it Mary McDonald, not Mary McCormick?
is it okay?
I think so.
Yeah. Oh, Mary McCormick is the actress who was in
Private
Private
Parts.
Parts.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. You're
Okay.
right.
All right. No worries. But
I
yes.
put McCormick in my notes, so
Oh, okay.
my bad.
All right. Shout out to Mary McCormick.
My apologies to both Mary McCormick and Mary McDonald,
Yes.
and all Marys with whose last names start with Mick.
Apologies, all Mary.
Yeah, all Marys everywhere.
All Marys everywhere.
I'm deeply sorry, and I
no.
will try to do better in going forward.
Not all Marys, John. Stop.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the crew asks him about Cosmo, and
Hmm.
he talks. He says, yeah, like he got caught. He went to prison.
Yeah.
I went on the run. I was in Canada,
Yeah.
and
They say,
then
did he ever forgive you? And Redford's like, I hope so. He died in prison. And I'm like, oh, well, I'm sure this will never come up again in the movie.
but you died.
You died? How could you be alive? You died in prison. What?
You were dead. I saw the body.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the foreshadowing is not subtle.
It's not.
Yeah. And so, they're celebrating, and and Redford and McDonald are playing Scrabble. If you don't know what Scrabble is, it was sort of like an analog version of Words with Friends.
Ooh, nice.
Where instead of like doing it on your phone, you just have these little tiles that you laid out on a board, and then you did lots of math.
Yeah,
and,
so much fun. Math,
yes,
spelling.
Yeah,
all the cool things that kids are into.
Right, right. Right. Yeah, I mean, Words with Friends, obviously superior because it eliminated all the lame parts of Scrabble. But as Redford's playing this, he kind of realizes that C-Tech astronomy is an anagram, and then he starts like messing around with the letter tiles to kind of figure out what it is.
Yeah, and then I think at this point, Whistler is kind of looking at the black box too, and trying to just kind of piece together what it's all about.
Yeah,
and so yeah, they Marty kind of messes around with the tiles. He said, "Oh, it also spells out Monterey's coast. Does that mean anything? No.
Yeah.
My Socrates coast.
Right.
Or does that mean anything? No." And then he spells out too many secrets out of it. Ooh.
Ooh, that sounds ominous, so that must be the right answer.
Yeah. And Whistler realizes that the black box is actually a code breaker capable of penetrating even the most secure of networks. So he's able to get into like the Federal Reserve and the like air traffic control and U.S. government accounts, like everything. He can just like bust right in there and do whatever.
Yeah, and those are all like protected by cryptograms, but this instantly decrypts them all. Which, we see like a Matrix type screen where all the nonsensical numbers and letters become like real words and stuff, and you're like, oh, well, that's how we know we're in there. Yeah, that's what hacking is.
That's how computers work.
Yes, it's 1992. We don't know how computers work yet.
I still don't. I don't know how we're doing this podcast right now.
It's little elves inside the box.
Yep, that sounds right. Yeah, and of course, Donald Crease, Sidney Poitier's character, freaks out because he realizes, like governments could kill us if we knew we had this right now. Like this is fucking dangerous.
This is a really badass weapon. We're in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, so they all decide to spend the night there and sleep.
Because they're not dropping off the black box until the next morning.
Right. So. Kreese sends his wife and kid home and tells them to lay low for a bit.
Right.
And so the next morning, Marty shows up to do the handoff with the NSA agents.
Yeah.
And as he's doing that, Kreese is waiting in the car. He looks at the newspaper. Yeah. Oh no! It seems that Janik has been murdered.
They fucking killed Donald Logue. It's on, bitches.
Oh shit!
It's on. Like if you're killing Donald Logue, you mean business.
Yeah, I mean, come on, he's the Logue.
Yeah.
Yeah. So of course, Kreese is like, hey, hey, Martin, before your mom's on the phone, maybe you want to come over here and talk to your mom on the phone.
Yeah, on the car phone.
On the car phone.
So he's desperately trying to get Redford back because again, 1992 pre-cell phone era, you can't just like call him up and say what's up.
Yeah, exactly. Can't do that.
And so Redford gets back to the car. He's savvy enough to realize something's up, and that Sidney Poitier is trying to tip him off.
Right.
And I think he already has suspicions about these guys because he knows how badass the black box is. So he gets to the car, and Sidney Poitier is like, "Get in the car. We're going now.
Now, go."
Yeah.
And they take
Timothy Busfield and Eddie Jones are up to no fucking good. Look. I know it's like Pa Kent and that nice reporter from the West Wing, but no. Yeah, they're up to go. They're up to no good.
Right. Yes, exactly. The dude from 30-something and the guy that's Marla Hooch's dad in A League of Their Own. They seem nice enough, but no.
Right. Yeah. No. I mean, the guy who played the violin in Revenge of the Nerds and the guy who was the drunken pilot that Cliff Secord rescued in The Rocketeer, they seem nice, but no, they are not nice.
Dude, you went deep. Okay, I yield. I can't go any deeper. I can't. I'm lucky I pulled out the Marla Hooch thing. Like you went.
I'm impressed with the Marla Hooch thing. I did not remember Marla Hooch. Yes.
Yeah. Oof. So I think at this point Marty already gave him the black box, but like he immediately left because he knew like they were going to get taken out. Then he drives past the building, the NSA building that he met them at earlier in the week. Turns out it's demolished. And turns out they weren't NSA agents. The NSA don't even operate outside of San Francisco. They're in L.A.
Yeah.
So
they didn't like no vetting whatsoever.
Nope.
I mean, they're literally like looking it up in the phone book, and they're like, yeah, they're based in San Francisco, or they're based in L.A., not San Francisco, where we are. What the fuck, Robert Redford? Come on.
Yeah. Yeah, I think even Kreese like, dude, you fell for, you didn't do any background check. They just said they were NSA and you believe them.
Yeah.
He's like, they had suits on. They were white guys.
I mean, and Timothy Busfield, he has a pretty suspicious mustache in this.
It is. Yeah, it is.
Like, I trust clean-shaven Timothy Busfield. I trust fully bearded Timothy Busfield. Timothy Busfield with just a mustache seems sketchy.
Really does. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, so now their whole team's freaking out. Like, oh my God, what are we going to do? So Marty decides to go pay a visit to his friend Greg or Gregor. Mm-hmm. He gets a gun, because you never know. You got to come strapped for shit like this.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
he meets up with Gregor at, I think Gregor's at like a concert, an opera, and
Hmm.
he takes him down to a little secret room, and Gregor's like, yeah, no, we didn't do this. Like, this had nothing to do with Russia. Like, our countries use different codes, so we wouldn't
Yeah.
even be able to use it even if we had it.
Right. Right.
So now Marty's trying to figure out who stole this from them, what could
And
they,
why? And yeah.
and why.
And
Yeah. So Gregor, Marty, Gregor gets into a car with Marty. Gregor offers to drive him off somewhere. He gives them a
hmm
book of agents that Russians have worked with,
yeah.
and to look through to see if he recognizes anybody. And he does see Busfield and
Yeah.
Eddie Jones, and he's like, "Oh, these are the guys."
These are the
And
guys. Yeah.
yeah, and so at this point, he still doesn't know who they're working for. Gregor's like, "Yeah, I think you need to go into hiding. We can offer you protection here in Russia if you want it." But then, as he does that, the limo gets pulled over by the FBI,
hmm
or so they say.
This is about the time in the movie where I just kind of like threw up my hands and I'm like, okay, this is getting a little too complex for me to follow.
Okay. Yeah, I'm still following it a little bit because
Yeah, I'm following it in the broad strokes, but like as we're getting into the nitty gritty, I was just like, oh, I may have to watch this twice. So,
I think I did remember that too. Like, it was like seeing it back in '92. I remember like it being a little bit more complicated than it was. But like I
yeah,
watched it now, it's like it doesn't. I can still follow. I follow a little bit better now than I did back
yeah.
then.
I think if I had the base knowledge that you were starting out with, like I didn't even watch the trailer before I dived into this. I was like, I want to come to this fresh. This is going to be like a fun, lighthearted caper film. And I was like,
No.
oh no, I'm gonna have to take a lot more notes.
Shit
Holy
is
crap!
shit is real, son.
Shit is real, and I gotta remember the whole geopolitical situation in 1992, and
Yeah, that I did not know. Yeah, I fell asleep in social studies class. I didn't know the whole
yeah,
backstory.
yeah,
But yeah, so the FBI pulls him over
hmm
in the tunnel. They tell Marty to get out. They pat him down. They find the gun. One of
yeah,
them puts on a glove, takes Marty's guns, bang, 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 shoots up Gregor
yeah.
and the driver, and he says, "Oh, too many secrets." And
That's what the anagram was.
yeah, remember
It all
that?
ties together. Oh,
Anagrams.
I'm intertwining my fingers right now to show how intertwined it all is.
Yeah, this is all big anagram is behind all this.
Big anagram. That's right.
That's right. Go follow the money or
Yeah,
the Scrabble tiles.
yeah, yeah,
But yeah, so at this point, the people posing as the FBI, they knock out Marty. We see it's Eddie
hmm
Jones. They stuff him in the trunk of a car.
yeah,
They knock him out again as soon as they get there. It's like, oh, what are you doing up? Clunk. And
yeah.
we see that Marty finds himself in an office somewhere. He doesn't know where.
Right.
And it turns out this whole thing, the man behind it all, was Cosmo.
Cosmo, what the friend who was in the little prologue scene, who was mentioned again later on, and they said he died in prison, but how? What?
I didn't see
Huh?
it. I didn't see it coming either.
It's wild. It's
Yeah.
yeah.
So
And also you grew up to be Ben Kingsley instead of David Paymer.
yeah,
That's just weird. That seems wrong.
yeah. That.
Like Gandhi's behind this whole thing. I don't get it.
Oh
Yeah.
my God, Gandhi! I trusted you, Gandhi. uh, yeah. So it's and Cosmo kind of goes on to explain what happened while he was in prison. He helped some organized crime folks
Yeah.
back
I
there.
did like the line. He was like, "They're not that organized," and he just kind of explains that like he kind of straightened out organized crime's finances, and he like encrypted it all so that it can't be hacked into and stuff. And yeah,
Yeah,
so he's like badass hacker programmer guy.
exactly. And the syndicate that he was working for helped get him out early. So
hmm
he basically wants the box to complete what him and Martin started back in '69 rather.
Right.
Because like
Yeah.
with Marty and Cosmo, what they really wanted to do is bring power to the people, bring down the evil corporation man, and all that
hmm
stuff. So they figure
Yeah.
now with the box, he can erase financial and ownership records to make rich people and poor people equal. And like, I don't.
He's Robin Hooding it.
He's Robin Hooding it. Yeah, and
Yeah,
I don't hate it. I like the idea of it, but but of course you can't actually do something like this.
There's a lot of wealth redistribution that he wants to do.
I'd be down with that. I'd be cool with that.
I mean, I'm okay with it. I think we should have a universal basic income. I don't know if this is the way we should go about it, but
no, you're not for this whole destroying of the entire financial system.
Well, I mean, how much am I benefiting from it personally?
Good point.
Yeah.
We'll all be equal, man.
Okay. All right.
Who else is going to change the world? Greenpeace?
That sounds good. No more billionaires. All right. I'm down. I'm down.
I'm down with that. Would Elon Musk be at my level? Fuck yeah.
He would be below our level.
Yeah, that's true. He'd be sub-level.
Yeah. He would go back to the mole people from which he's on.
He would 6 feet under.
I don't believe that man's from South Africa. He is a mole person if there ever was one.
I think he's like just a bunch of moles in a human skin suit trying to impersonate a person.
Yes. Yes.
Hello, fellow human beings.
I am a human being like you.
Legalize comedy.
Glitch.
Glitch. Oh, he is a bizarre man.
He is in so many ways. A bizarre and evil man.
Yes. Oh, yes. That's more, of course. That's more apparent for sure. So, so Cosmo invites Martin to join him on his redistribution of the wealth. Martin's like, that's a little extreme, man. Can't do that, bro.
Yeah.
So Cosmo go ahead and uses the box of SX to go into the FBI systems, and that's where he updates their files on Martin Bryce, and be like, "Well, I can tell them your alias is Martin Bishop." So
and he types in Martin Bishop.
Yeah.
And he's like, so they can all be after you, and then he hits send.
Yeah. So good luck with being on the run, buddy.
Yeah.
So then after that,
looking like Robert Redford doesn't make you noticeable enough.
That's right.
It's it really should just say on his government file is the world's most handsome man.
Suspect is armed and beautiful.
Exercise extreme caution. You may get lost in his eyes.
I'm sorry, sir. I couldn't shoot him. He's so gorgeous.
He batted his eyelashes at me, and I lost all concentration.
My knees went weak. My heart all flutter.
Have you heard this story of how Redford was considered to be cast on The Graduate?
No, I don't think I have.
Okay, so Mike Nichols is looking to cast Ben Braddock in The Graduate, and in the book, Ben Braddock is this all-American kid, blonde hair, blue-eyed, and all that.
Right.
And so, Redford was the type of according to the book. And Mike Nichols says to young Robert Redford, he's like, I don't know if you can play this part. He's kind of a loser. And Redford's like, well, what are you talking about? I can play a loser. And Mike Nichols says, okay, well, answer me this. He says, have you ever struck out with a girl? And Redford just says, what do you mean? he genuinely doesn't know what it meant to strike out with a girl.
Son of a bitch.
Because he was completely serious.
Strike out?
What does that mean? You mean meet a woman and she doesn't immediately want to sleep with you?
You're talking Greek, pal. I don't know what you're saying.
Robert Redford's life, at least in his early years, it must have just been a never-ending James Bond movie where it was he meets a woman and they're throwing themselves at him within 10 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, I think younger people don't realize just like younger folks. Go look at a young picture or an early picture of Robert Redford. He's just
yeah.
I mean, my God, I know. I think he was one of those actors where his good looks were almost a hindrance. A little bit.
I mean, one of the things I admire about him is he is one of those people who easily could have just coasted on his looks and just done fluffy roles for his whole stuff. But he was obviously a deeper and more intelligent guy than that, and so he was always trying to use his star power to get stuff made that he considered important, like All the President's Men
right.
or stuff like that. So
Yeah. I think like Brad Pitt almost, he might have like almost fell into the sort of same trap. Like people were comparing him to Redford early on in his career because, like,
true.
young
Yeah.
Brad Pitt, my God, just stunning.
Yeah, like just supernaturally handsome. Yeah.
Yeah, but half this podcast is just us talking about how beautiful Robert Redford was.
I mean, it's the elephant in the room,
It is. Yeah.
I mean, he was just so classically handsome. You can't like not notice it or not acknowledge it. So
True. But wow, where the hell were we? Just talk
I
about
don't know.
his.
We got lost in his eyes again.
My knees went weak, and
Yeah.
yeah. So at this point, Marty gets knocked out again, taken out of Cosmo's office. They drive him back home, toss him out of a car, and Marty makes his way to Liz, tells him everything that happened, and like everybody's kind of freaking out. So they figure,
Right.
well, how about we call the feds, call C-Tech Astronomy, and try to make a deal to get some protection. So they're like, all right. So the whole crew is sort of relocates to Liz's apartment, where they set up this really intricate call where like that can't be traced, and
they're
like
bouncing it off like 9 different places and like 2 satellites, and yeah, it's the call where like we make the call and we got to get off in a certain amount of time before the call can be traced, and yeah.
Right, yeah, it's a whole thing. It's again, this is like Ocean's 11 for nerds. Like, and so yeah, so he calls the feds. He gets in touch with somebody called Mr. Abbott.
Yeah,
and like he tells them what he has and what he knows. Whistler notices that they're tracing the call a lot quicker than he anticipated.
Yeah,
He's like, oh wow, they're really good.
They're like, oh, you have to get off the call in 20 seconds.
Yeah. And then I think that's when Marty's like, can you look, if I give you what if I can give you, what I have, or like, can you guarantee my safety? And he's like, yes. And they figure out, wait, no, I think he's lying. And so, and
because they're monitoring his breathing or whatever on the other guy's breathing on the phone. And it's like, oh, he's lying. It's deception. And
exactly. And so then he hangs up immediately. They cut the call, and they figure out, well, all right, we can't cut a deal unless we have the box. Like, without the box, we got bupkis.
We got no leverage. Yeah,
exactly. So that's when Whistler is like, all right, you don't know where they took you, but like when you were, in the trunk, what did you hear? Did you hear anything? Did you hear like
and they kind of reconstructed. He's like, oh, did you go for a bridge? Did you do this? And he's like, yeah, I did go for a bridge. And then they're like, okay, that narrows it down. We got 4 bridges out of San Francisco. Did you go through a tunnel at some point? No. So okay, that leaves out this one bridge. And like, I don't. All the non-Golden Gate bridges, I don't know. But they eventually figure out where it is, and they kind of deduct what the route was. And then they get to this headquarters, which is like a toy company headquarters.
Right, exactly. And then they do a little surveillance. They figure out which room the box would be in, Cosmo's office. And then
it's obviously not a toy company because it's like real high-tech security stuff.
Yeah, so, like no one's putting up like crazy laser fences to save some, Teddy Ruxpins or whatever the fuck. So
Teddy Ruxpin.
Teddy Rux, remember those?
I do. Remember Furbies?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Those things were the bomb.
I mean, those were a little later. Those were like 1999 or so. But I had to get my girlfriend at a time a Furby, and I know Furbies. They actually had to like not allow them in government offices because like they would like record stuff.
Oh,
and they were like a security risk. So you couldn't bring a Furby into like the Pentagon or whatever.
Oh wow, I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, it's wild.
Crazy. All right, wow. All right, so I guess spies of that time just had Furbies on them all the time.
I mean, spies in 1998, it was just Furbies everywhere.
What is that?
I want to see that James Bond movie. Yes. I want to see a James Bond movie where he's like carrying a Furby around for the whole thing.
Is that a Furby I see on your person, Mr. Bond?
So they start spying on the various employees, and they're trying to figure out a good candidate that they can go after, because like they're figuring out the security, and it's like a voice recognition thing,
Yeah,
and
so
you have to say like you have a pass card, and there's also a specific phrase you have to say. You say like, my voice is my password.
yes. Hi, my name is so and
Mm-hmm.
so. My voice is my passport. Verify me. So they got
Right.
to get the access card. They got to get a voice ID, and they also have
Mm-hmm.
to get past motion detectors. And
Right.
so they figure out, well, the person who's in the office next to Cosmo, he would
Mm-hmm.
be a good candidate. And he's this
Right.
man named Werner Brandes, played by Stephen Tobolowsky.
Bing.
Hey! Watch out for that last step.
It's a doozy.
Doozy. Oh, Dolowski or the Tobo. I don't know what his nickname would be.
He's a delight. I mean, he's just one of those character actors you see pop up in a movie, and you're just like, hey, yay, Steven
Yay.
Tobolowsky. I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to be very entertained for the next few minutes.
Yeah.
And they do some research for him. They like steal the garbage from his house. Because they kind of determine, like, they do enough surveillance on him. They're like, oh well, he goes home between 6 and 7 every day. He takes the same route home. He doesn't. He comes to a full stop. He doesn't. He always signals when he turns.
Yeah.
He's a rule follower.
Yes, he
And
takes.
they
Yeah.
discover going through his garbage, like, oh, he's also uh, uh, using this dating service. So
Yeah.
maybe that's our way in. We will use Mary McDonald to be like somebody who's set up with him on his dating site.
Yes, he's a computer dater. Remember when that was like a new thing?
Yeah,
Crazy.
and it's 92, so there's still kind of a stigma about it. Like only nerds date online or use computer dating services. What the fuck, man?
What a weirdo, right?
Yeah, like just. Well, it's like, well, sorry, we can't all look like River Phoenix and Robert Redford.
Yeah. Sorry, we're not all gorgeous.
Yeah, I mean, even Sidney Poitier, he's an attractive man.
Yeah, look, it's a beautiful crew.
Yeah, they really are. They really are.
Yeah,
I don't want to. You know what? They are top to bottom gorgeous people.
Yeah, studs.
Yeah, I mean, look, even Dan Aykroyd, he pulled Donna Dixon, so he's got game.
My man. Yeah, so they use Liz to take this Warner guy out on a date, and they get him to say all the phrases they need him to say in order to get his voice to get past the voice.
So they need him saying his full name, and like the first time she's asking him like, oh, how do you pronounce his name? He's got like a mouthful of whatever he's eating, and he's like, and so obviously they didn't get that clean, and she at one point is like, oh well, I just love your accent. Could you say the word password? It's not subtle. It's not subtle. And I was very happy with later in the movie he like figures it out that like, oh yeah, she's trying to get my voice print.
Yeah. And I do like at the end of the day, Warner gets bold and says, Doris, would you like to have breakfast with me?
Yeah.
Should I phone you or nudge you? Yeah, because he's about to knock boots.
Yeah.
And then we also see the crew trying to work out how to best get the black box, and they find out that Cosmo's office has these like top of the line sensors that like the slightest movement or the slightest change in heat will set them off. So they get the idea of, well, we have to raise the temperature of everything in the room, and then you'll be able to move in, but you have to move really slowly not to set off the sensors.
Right. You can move 2 inches per second, which is
it's insane.
It is insane, and we're a number of years before the first Mission Impossible movie. So dangling from the ceiling to get into the computer thing, not an option yet.
Yes,
we haven't invented the technology.
Don't have the technology yet. We're not there.
I mean, even though that sequence, from what I understand, that was ripped off from a like 1960s movie.
Still, was it?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Packy, I think it's something like that.
Gesundheit. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So so the next day, we see Carl disguised as like the gardener.
Yeah.
He goes in, asks to use the bathroom, and then as he goes into the bathroom, he hops up into the air vents, and he makes his way through the air vents towards Cosmo's office. We
Right.
also see the guard getting suspicious that he's been in the bathroom for way too long. So he's like, "What?" And then he goes in, doesn't see him there.
This is not what I know about River Phoenix's bathroom habits.
He's in there. Yeah. Usually he's in and out.
Yeah.
Unless he's, dropping a monster deuce. But then he
You're
calls
welcome for that mental image, ladies and gentlemen.
monsters. R.I.P. River Phoenix. We miss you, buddy. But yeah, so he's about to call somebody, but then he sees, somebody, the gardener outside, dressed as River Phoenix, red hat,
Right.
khaki jumpsuit, and he's like, "All right, well,
Yeah.
never mind. He's right there." And
Yeah.
then
False alarm. False alarm.
and turns out it's Mother dressed as River Phoenix character, same outfit, and
Because Dan Aykroyd and River Phoenix get mistaken for each other all the time.
yeah, I'm just assuming that's like the guard was just like, all right, that's the red hat, khaki jumpsuit. Yeah, that's him. That's fine.
No, it's that River Phoenix and Dan Aykroyd were doppelgangers for each other.
Yes.
I mean, there have been so many times I've said, Darren, what if we do this movie? And Darren has had to gently break it to me. He's like, John, that's not Dan Aykroyd. That's River Phoenix in that movie. That was
Yeah.
not Dan Aykroyd in My Own Private Idaho.
They look very
That-
similar. Yeah.
That was not Dan Aykroyd playing young Indiana Jones in
Nope.
Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade.
Do you have IMDb just up right now, just looking through all these people's?
No. I'm just thinking of as many River Phoenix movies as I can. I ran dry pretty quickly.
You knew Eddie Jones's whole filmography like off the rip, so I was like, wow.
Well, okay, look, I knew the comic book stuff. I knew
All right.
I knew Lois and Clark, and I knew the Rocketeer, and
all right, that was enough to impress me. So.
yeah. So
Okay, but yeah, so then we see Carl going through the elevator shaft. He's raising the temperature in the office, and I'm assuming he's like kind of there all day because like he's there at night when Liz and Werner are at Werner's house for their date, and we see that Liz has already taken Werner's wallet out of from him, and he's given.
Yeah, she takes his pass card.
Yeah, take the pass card, gives it to Mother, who's waiting outside with it, and then Mother gives her back the wallet, and and then we see Marty able to get in.
So was it a full day between? Did she like spend all day with him, or was that all in one night?
I think that was all one night.
So she actually had to sleep with him then.
I
guess.
I don't think so. I think what I think happened is that they had the date at night, then they went back to his place.
Okay.
Well, actually, no, that wouldn't make sense because like he cooked for her.
He cooks for her, and he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, the carrots were overdone. They were a little mushy."
Yeah, that doesn't make sense. So maybe it was a second date then.
I don't know. I got the feeling that was one thing. At this point, I'm definitely having trouble following all of the plot. So I don't know if this was supposed to be one night or two. But I think it was daylight when the guard was looking out and seeing the gardener. So
it was definitely daytime. Yeah. So I think this is their second date. I think.
Oh,
I believe.
Okay. Yeah.
If I have mistakes. But anyway, so Marty is in. He gets in with Werner's voice activation and his card.
Mm-hmm.
And he's able to get into Werner's office. Liz and Werner are together, and at one point Liz's purse accidentally gets knocked over, and while she goes to the bathroom, and then Werner picks it up and realizes, hey, why is my wallet in this woman's purse?
Mm-hmm.
And then that's when the jig is up, and that's when Werner's like, hey, Liz, why don't we go to my office right now?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
So
she's doing something shady.
Yeah. And so Werner takes Liz to the office. He knows something's up, and he talks to the security guy saying, like, I think this woman is trying to steal, my ID from me, identification, and he can't find his access card, and he wants to know what's up. And at this point, Kreese and Mother see the two of them go into the office, so they warn Marty, like, hey, Marty, you better hurry it up, man. Shit is getting tight.
Yeah.
But Marty's able to get the black box, but of course he has to walk out very slowly, tension rising, building.
Yeah.
So then while Werner is downstairs making a fuss, that's when Cosmo is like, well, let's go upstairs and look in his office. So now all of them are going up to the office, and Marty just barely makes it out into the air vent, and he just barely makes it out before they all get there. And
Yeah.
so he's still in the air vent with the box. We see Cosmo and all of them. We see Cosmo and Werner and all of them going into his office. There's nothing there. Everything's where it was. And then Warner's like, all right, well, I guess everything's okay here. And, and everybody says, oh, sorry to bother you, ma'am. And then that's when Liz is like, well, this is the last time I go on a computer date. And then Cosmo's,
and then they're like, wait a minute. A lady that looks like this going on a computer date with somebody who looks like this? And it's like, okay, well, first of all, that's
insulting.
So offensive.
Yeah. Werner should have been like, hey.
Yeah.
I'm a nice guy.
It's like, hey, it could happen.
I like me. I don't care what you say. I like me. But yeah, so Cosmo definitely smells something afoot and is like, it's Marty, isn't it? And then, of course, he runs to where the black box was, sees it's not there, and he screams, Marty! And,
that's an odd moment.
I mean, it's classic bad guy, villain, 90s scream.
I just wasn't expecting that in this type of movie,
Yeah, it's a little, I mean, I feel like they just did that just for the trailer, but I get it.
Is it in the trailer, though?
It's in the trailer I saw.
Okay. I'll
like
watch the trailer after we're done recording. So.
Yeah, like when the big villain shout out his nemesis' name in frustration, like Bond!
Yeah. Or like when Captain Kirk goes, Khan!
Yeah.
And then they cut to like the outside of the planetoid that he's in.
Yes.
Because like his the strength of Shatner's scream just like reverberates through the entire planet.
Yeah, exactly. So you get it. It's like that.
Yeah.
Jetson! Like that. So, code red. Guards are everywhere. The guards find... no, actually, at this point, Kreese and Mother try to instruct Marty how to get out through the air vent, but then one of the guards finds the video tap that Marty put in earlier, so then he rips it out, so now he's kind of flying blind.
Right. Yeah. We see the security guard like rip it out, and
yeah. And then of course we see Eddie Jones pull out a shotgun and just start shooting up at the ceiling because they figure out he's in the vents.
Right.
Just bang, bang, bang.
They're like, he's John McClaning it. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah.
And that's when Cosmo gets on the intercom and he's like, "Hey, don't shoot at the ceiling, please."
Yeah, that's just a good rule for life. Don't shoot at the ceiling.
That might be overkill, man. Let's say, hey, man, let's not do that.
Hey, we have neighbors. Come on.
Yeah, exactly. We're just renting the space. We don't own it.
That's a violation of the lease.
Yeah. Exactly.
We're not going to get our security deposit back. Come on, dude.
Fire inspector safety is going to have a fit over this.
We already demolished that one building. We got to make this one last.
The fiscal year. I mean, it's weekend. Yeah. We're in the fourth quarter. We ain't going to be able to sign off on this.
We're the government. You think we're made of money? Come on.
So Cosmo's on the intercom. It's like, Marty, I know you're here. I know you're in the building. I have Liz. I have her. She is lovely.
I wish I had a mustache so I could twirl it right now, evilly. I was Gandhi.
Rubbing his hands evilly.
He should just end every monologue he has with, I was Gandhi.
Yes. He tells Marty, look, I just want the box. I know if I wanted you dead, you'd be dead. You have to trust me. You just always have to win. You always got to get the girl, don't you? But no, this time that's
a very Robert Redford specific complaint. You always get the girl.
Robert's like, that's not in the script. Ben, are you?
He's like, no, that's just me, Ben Kingsley, complaining about you, Robert Redford. Why the fuck do you have to be so handsome?
Yeah. God, that one cocktail party we were at.
Yeah,
I was talking to Mary McCormick.
I was trying to pick up Mary McCormick.
You swoop in, and
I thought I had a shot because Private Parts wouldn't be coming out for a few more years.
Then you just suavely move in, and there it is.
You're so vain, you probably think this song is about you.
Don't you? I wonder if that song is about it. No, it's probably, no.
No, it isn't. I think it's supposed to be about either Mick Jagger or Warren Beatty.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought people thought it was James Taylor for a while.
Well, I think like Carly Simon is very cagey about it, and I think she's even said like, "Oh, I've written different verses or different lines about different people." So,
okay, interesting.
Yeah.
All right, that's a mystery we'll have to solve on another episode.
Yeah. So,
yes. But
yeah, hopefully on her deathbed she will say like, "It was about Warren Beatty." And, yeah.
It'd be really weird if it was like somebody out of left field, like, oh, it was about Jim Neighbors. Like, what?
It was about Jim Neighbors. Yes,
Jim Neighbors.
He was with Rock Hudson all those years. Come on,
Shazam!
That would be great if it was just about somebody we never expected.
It was Don Knotts all the whole time.
You didn't know it was about Jim Varney? Come on.
Listeners, if you don't know who Jim Neighbors is, go look him up and you'll see why that joke is so funny.
Yeah. And if you don't know who Jim Varney is, go look up the Ernest movies.
Yeah. Master thespian.
Yeah.
Sneakers. Yes. So Marty decides to give himself in. He comes down out of the ceiling.
Right.
And what was it? Yeah. So he gives himself in, and
right. And Ben Kingsley, he's like, "Oh, I'm not going to kill you. You're my friend." And then he's like, "You henchman, you kill him."
Yes, kill my friend.
Kill my friend. Yeah,
which I thought was hilarious.
That was cute.
And so then Cosmo leaves, and then that's where Marty, because people don't know, he's not the only one rummaging around in the vents.
Right.
We got my man Carl up in there too.
Yeah, we got all kinds of handsome men crawling around air vents in this movie.
Beautiful men in vents. They're everywhere.
Yeah, if that is your fetish, and hey, I am not kink shaming in the least. If that is your fetish, this is the movie for you to see.
Mm-hmm. So this is where Marty says now, and that's when Carl jumps out of through the ceiling.
Well, he says now a couple times. He's like, Carl, now, and then the third time, Carl finally crashes.
Yeah, and then he lands on Eddie Jones, and they disarm him and Busfield, and they get the drop on him.
Right.
Knocks him out with the shotgun, and then the three of them make their escape. They get in touch with Mother and Kreese, who are in the van a few feet away up on the hill. And they say, like, "Hey, we're making our way to the roof, so bring the van over before they see we're not there anymore." And we're
right. But Whistler's like the only one left in the van at this point.
Well, yeah, because at this point, as they're about to go, two guards approach them and tell them, pull the guns out on them and tell the two of them to get out the car. And then he looks at Kreese and he says, "Yeah, you too, Midnight."
Ooh, that's why do we got to get racial with this?
Yeah,
what the hell?
Yeah, she'd be like, "Hey,
you're having a nice movie."
Whoa!
And it's Sidney Poitier. Come on.
Yeah, a little respect.
They call him Mr. Tibbs. Come on.
Exactly. So then Mother and Kreese have to get out of the van, but they don't. But the guards don't see Whistler, who's in the back, and Whistler,
because blind people are invisible.
Yes, of course. We don't see them.
Yeah, they're ninjas, right?
Yeah. So he's able to get on the comm to Marty and be like, "Hey, Marty, they got Kreese and Mother, and it's just me in here." So Marty's like, "All right, you're gonna have to drive the van."
And Whistler's like, "Dude, blind." and Redford's like, "Don't worry, I will guide you through with the sheer power of my handsomeness."
Yes. Just follow my good looks.
Yeah, just put a picture of me on the front of the van and everyone will just drop dead in awe.
My beauty will be like a lighthouse to guide you into safe harbor.
That's right. I will smile. You will not need headlights anymore.
Yeah. Just feel my beauty. It will guide you, my son.
But no, he's giving him like verbal instructions over like the walkie-talkie or whatever. And it does pretty well. He's like, "Oh, okay. So you want to go reverse? That's like the first notch down."
Yeah,
and
he says, he says that you want to go in reverse. And he's like, "What's reverse? Strike out? What is that?
Yeah. And they back up. He breaks when Redford tells him to. Redford, is giving him instructions. He's like, okay, so you're gonna turn left, and then you're gonna go like 2 notches down, because I guess it's a gear shift.
Right.
And yeah, I could not do that. I don't think I
Yeah.
could do that.
Yeah, no, it sounded like that was a stick shift too. So I was like,
Yeah,
I definitely couldn't do that.
No, I haven't driven a stick shift since driver's ed in high school, so I would be doomed.
Yeah, I don't think
Whistler would be doing a better job
Yes.
at driving than me.
Well done, Whistler. They never say why they call him Whistler. They never say why they call him Mother either. It's just nicknames.
Yeah, it's just everybody has a nickname, and we don't really explain the sources of the nicknames, which that bugs me a little bit. Yeah,
a little bit interesting.
Yeah,
but yeah, he's able.
Why is Dan Aykroyd mother? Is he like a motherfucker? What's going on?
Oh, zing.
Yeah.
But yeah. So he's able to get the van down there. Kreese and Mother are able to disarm the 2 guards. And of course that's where I think we learned Kreese left the CIA because of his temper, and he just knocked out these motherfuckers, like hardcore style.
Right.
And so then everybody's able to get down. Marty's about to get down off the roof, but then that's when we see Cosmo with a gun aimed on him, saying, "Hey man, just give me the box, man. All right, give me the box. And then
give me the box. What's in the box?
Yeah. And then that's when he goes off on like the big kind of diatribe about like, the world isn't run by money or power. It's about who controls the data, who controls the information.
It's run by ones and zeros.
And zeros.
Yeah, it's all information.
Right. And then that's where Marty just gives him the box, and like he slowly walks away and leaves, and it gets in the truck with everybody, and that's when Cosmo feels the box and is like, hey, this feels a little light. Goes in, box is empty. Did you see that coming, John?
I did not.
Mm-hmm.
I did not. Partly because I was very confused by this point. But
okay. I was befuddled. But yeah, so Marty has the real box. The crew gets away, and the van, all is well. They go back to their headquarters.
Right.
Oh my God, who's waiting for them there? It's the actual NSA.
Yeah, and it's James Earl Jones.
Earl Jones, yes, Mr. Abbott, who they called previously in the movie. Remember that?
No, not really. But I will take your word for it.
It wasn't that long ago in the movie.
Yes, but lots of things have happened, and I'm confused very easily.
Okay, so basically at this part, Mr. Abbott's like, yes, you called us earlier. The late great James Earl Jones. It's like, yeah, you called us earlier.
Remember me? I was in Field of Dreams also.
Yeah.
So.
Yes, he was. Oh shit,
he was. Yeah,
it all comes.
He played
together.
the J.D. Salinger type author.
Yeah,
I think in the book was actually J.D. Salinger.
Oh, nice. Okay, I can dig it. So so then Mr. Abbott asks for the black box, and then that's when Marty kind of realizes what Greg told him earlier, saying like, oh, you can't really use it to spy on other countries because they have different codes. So
yeah, Gregor said to me early in the movie, he said, yeah, Russia uses a completely different code, so this would be useful. So the only thing you could use this for is spying on people in the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
Like other government agencies or the president or whatever. You're drunk with power.
Yes. So
I'm starting to think you aren't such a nice guy after all, Darth Vader.
Son of a bitch. Oh, Mufasa. Say it ain't so.
Yeah, come on. Jack Ryan's mentor in Hunt for Red October.
Come on, Prince Hakim's father in the Coming to America.
Yeah.
There he is. Oof. All right, there we go. I'm a black man. I have to know at least more than one James Earl Jones movie.
Yeah. You have to know more James Earl Jones roles.
Yeah,
than me.
It would have been embarrassing.
It would look bad.
Yeah.
They would revoke your membership card.
Yeah, I would be like, hey, can we edit in some other James Earl Jones movie?
And they're like, no, no. You should know no more James Earl Jones roles than the 53-year-old white man. That's just the rule.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm gonna need your badge and your gun.
All right, I understand. But yeah, so sneakers, yes. So to secure their silence, the crew says like, well, we have some demands. Marty wants a clean slate. All of his, he wants his whole record.
He wants
clear.
the pardon that was promised to him by the fake NSA people.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Kreese wants a vacation to Europe with his wife.
Right. Which is like in the scene where they're all spending the night in the headquarters and they're talking about what they're going to do with the vast sum of $175,000. This is what they all say. Like, Kreese says like, "Oh, my wife and I are going to take a vacation to Europe that we never got to take," and Dan Aykroyd's going, I want a Winnebago with a microwave and a TV and blah blah blah. And
it's pretty cool, pretty nice.
Yeah.
And Carl just wants the phone number of one of the attractive NSA agents who's named Mary, and
right,
because he's a 19-year-old horn dog, and that's all you want. And Whistler,
and she gives him her phone number because she's charmed. She's like, "Wait, you could have anything you want, and you want my phone number? Oh, that's that's charming. I'm going to give my phone number to you, this federal suspect that I know nothing about."
What an adorable suspect!
And she gives a phone number, and it is not like the typical movie 555 phone number. It's actually like a San Francisco area code.
Oh, that. Nice.
Yeah, and it says here in the audio commentary, the writers explain that they bought a real phone number because in a film full of deception, they wanted to be believable that she was really giving him her phone number, and a 555 number might have been unintentionally funny. So they put a voicemail message on that number promoting the film, but allowed it to revert to a real number after the theatrical release, and now they assume that whoever has that number now has been getting cranked phone calls. So whenever somebody rents sneakers or watches it on streaming, maybe they're just like, "Hey, I'm going to call that real phone number to see if I can get that hot NSA agents lady."
A guy with that voice?
Yeah, a guy with that voice. Yeah.
Hey ho.
Hey ho, this is Creepy Frog.
Too many secrets.
Yay! Too many secrets. I'm out to get the FBI. Yay!
God.
Piggy and I are going through a rough patch.
God. We're opening up our relationship.
Okay, by the way, we'll get back to sneakers in a second. Did you think it was weird in the last Muppet show they did where they had Kermit break up with Piggy and then Kermit starts dating another frog? Or he starts dating another pig, I should say.
Oh, well, he has a type. I don't.
Yeah, see that I think that's weird. That's like
a little, yeah.
That's like, oh no, I don't like that. I don't like implying that Kermit has a pig fetish.
I could say a lot of things. I could say a lot of things right now, but they're all going to be gross. So yeah. I won't. But hey, the heart wants what it wants.
I guess so.
Love is love.
I just did not care for that. I just was like, that makes Kermit kind of retroactively creepy. I don't like that.
I mean, it makes sense. A lot of guys kind of date the same type of woman. Brunettes, people of certain ethnicities.
Yeah, I want Kermit to be above that, though.
Yeah, I don't know. He's just a frog, man. Frog have needs, desires, wants.
All right.
Their loins stir with. You know what? I'm gonna stop myself right there.
Anyway, enough about Kermit's loins. So the NSA lady Mary, she gives her number to Carl River Phoenix.
Right, and Whistler just wants peace on earth, goodwill towards men, and then Abbott says, "We are the United States government. We don't do that sort of thing."
Yeah, and he's like, "Oh, we'll work on it." Okay.
Yeah. So with all their demands, Marty gives over the black box, and he says, "You it doesn't work, right? It never did work." And then that's when Abbott's like, "It doesn't matter as long as we never had this conversation. This doesn't exist. You never saw us, and we are gone." Poof. So then the NSA leaves, and then that's when Liz talks to Marty. He's like, "Hey, well, can't they just use that to like spy on Americans and do all these nefarious things?" And he says, "Well, not without this part they can't." And my God,
he pulls out this like huge microchip thing.
Yeah.
And
so he took out the core component, so they can't use it. Cut to a news report.
Can't they just reinvent that though? Can't they just make another one?
I don't think so. Because I mean, the one guy that built it is dead. He got killed.
Oh, because Donald Logue was the one who built it.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody else could build it like that.
Okay. All right.
I mean, maybe unless they go through his files and see his like blueprints. But I'm assuming those were probably destroyed, right? I
I
don't know.
guess I don't know. It's kind of vague. I'm just thinking like, well, if somebody figured it out once, somebody else can figure it out another time, right?
I guess, but I don't know. Like you'd you have to find like somebody who's just brilliant a mind that can recreate something like that. So
Yeah.
it's be kind of difficult.
I mean, and can we duplicate the brilliant mind that is Donald Logue? I don't know.
I don't think we can.
I don't know if science has an answer for that yet.
Yeah, the man was in terriers. How are you going to replicate that? Oh, thank God you got that reference. Did you see? I love that show so much, and I'm so bummed that it got canceled.
I never watched Terriers, but I know it was a very well-regarded show that got canceled very quickly.
It was good, and it just whatever.
Was it one of those shows that got canceled with like lots of stuff unresolved?
Yeah, kind of. I think it only stayed.
That's the worst.
I think it was only like 3 or 4 episodes, but I was really into it, and then it just like
canceled after 3 or 4 episodes. Oh my God!
It was something like that. I don't even know if they made it to the full season, but like it was very short-lived. But I really dug it.
That was canceled so quickly. I'm amazed that I was not watching it because it seems like every time I get super into a TV show, it ends within 2 years.
Yeah, I remember I even liked the theme song. I even bought it off of like iTunes or something because I really dug the theme song. But yeah, Terriers, great show if you can find it wherever, folks.
I'll look up Terriers now.
Yeah. But anyway, so the movie ends with a news report. We see a anchorman announcing that the Republican National Committee is suddenly bankrupt, and they have no idea where all their money went.
Yeah.
But at the same time, the Amnesty International, Greenpeace, and the United Negro College Fund have gotten large anonymous donations.
Yeah.
So, and that... Fuck yes. I love that.
Okay, on one hand, yes, that is great. On the other is like, okay, I don't buy the Republican Party ever admitting that they're completely broke.
Yeah. That would be like,
and I don't really buy that they were to report all these other organizations getting the anonymous donations in the same story as the Republican Party being broke.
Yeah.
Unless they know there's a connection.
Yeah, I know. Part of me is like, all right, like they wouldn't report all that, but
right.
for a they gotta do it because it's a movie.
For a cute gag at the end of the movie, yes.
Yeah. But I know, but you're right. The Republicans would be like,
so wait, is this why Bill Clinton won the presidency in '92 because the Republicans were broke? Because Robert Redford and crew bankrupted them?
Possibly. This movie presupposes that the Republican National Committee was broke.
Wild.
And that's Sneakers, guys. Solid movie. I still dig it. I still like it. Strong performances, great cast. Yeah, I still dig this movie. I think it's good.
Yeah, it was entertaining. It was a little more complex and confusing than I was expecting. I was expecting more of a lighthearted caper type of thing, maybe more something like the George Clooney Ocean's 11.
Yeah, I hear you.
So I wasn't quite prepared to devote all the bandwidth for my brain that I had to follow the movie. I think if I watched it a second time, I would enjoy it more because I would know the broad strokes more and I could pick up on some things I missed this time around.
Right. Yeah, no, absolutely. It's definitely a movie you have to pay attention to. You can't really take your eyes off it. But yeah, I still get it. It's a good, it's a great time. Aykroyd, it's a role Aykroyd was born to play. He fits into that character of Mother very well.
I wonder how much of the conspiracy theory stuff he just was improving.
Ooh.
Yeah. Because it seems so up Aykroyd's alley, and he can just like rattle long, complex speeches off like it's nothing. So yeah,
that's
great
true.
part for Aykroyd.
Yeah, great part for Aykroyd, and of course, Redford was great too. The late great Robert Redford, who we're dedicating this episode to. He was solid in it as well.
Yeah, and Mary McCormick, she was great,
and Mary McDonald, and
Mary
J.
Marys.
Mary J. Blige. She's
Mary
great.
J. Blige.
Mary Magdalene.
Mary quite contrary. I can't think of any other Marys.
Mary Tyler Moore.
Mary Tyler Moore. Yeah, she was great in Ordinary People, directed by Robert Redford. See,
I brought it back around. Shit! There we go.
Well, did she win an Oscar for that? I know Timothy Hutton won an Oscar for Ordinary People.
Ooh.
She was like at least nominated, right?
That's a good question. I don't know. I mean, I'll look it up.
Yeah, let's see. Ordinary People Oscars.
Okay.
People Oscars.
Okay. Folks, if you know the answer, play
21
along.
wins, 14 nominations. She was nominated for Best Actress. She did not win. Do not know. And Robert Redford was nominated for Best Director. Timothy Hutton did win for Best Supporting Actor.
Okay. There we go. All right. Well, let me see who beat her out real quick. But
yeah, I'm always fascinated to hear that.
Okay.
Is it a performance or a person that we remember, or is it just somebody who's fallen into obscurity now?
Yeah, that'd be good to know.
Hey, that should have gone to Mary Tyler Moore. What the fuck?
Yeah. What the hell, man? What the hell? Yeah, she was nominated Best Actress, Academy Awards.
Mm-hmm. So 1981 Academy Awards.
1981. Let's look that up. Oh, here we go. I got it.
Okay.
See. Okay. All right. So, Sissy Spacek for Coal Miner's Daughter beat her out.
Okay. Playing Loretta Lynn. All right.
Yeah. Also nominated Ellen Burstyn for Resurrection.
Don't know that movie.
Gina Rowlands for Gloria. And Goldie Hawn for Private Benjamin.
Wow.
Yeah.
Remember when comedy performances could get Oscar nominations?
Vaguely. Because it happened so rarely in my lifetime.
Although, I remember when I finally saw Private Benjamin, I was very surprised that she, leaves the army, relatively early in that movie.
Yeah. See, that's another movie. That's another movie I thought would be, more of a wacky comedy type of thing. But it gets really serious halfway through.
It gets more dramatic than I remember. I haven't seen Private Benjamin since sometime in the 80s or the 90s. But I was like, oh, this was not what I was expecting. What the hell?
Yeah, I expected more of a wacky romp, and then I got some serious shit.
Yeah, and which is fine if you want to do serious shit. It's just when you're prepared, when you're expecting a wacky romp, it's weird to switch your brain over to the serious shit mode.
Yeah, for sure.
And I got a bit of that in this, so
I can see that. I can see that.
Yeah,
but
it wasn't quite as wacky as I was expecting. So.
Yeah, I hear you. But other than that, it was a great movie. It did well.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was almost made into a TV series too on NBC. I think there was in production, but I don't think it went all the way through.
Oh, that's interesting. I can see this being a TV series.
Yeah,
doing a fun heist series, and they're hacking and stuff. And
they go on zany capers every episode. Get back, you can get into the backstory of all the characters. Yeah,
there's certainly more to get into there. Yeah,
absolutely.
You do flashback episodes, show how everybody was recruited, how the team came together.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's our episode, guys. Sneakers. I say check it out. It's you can find it on YouTube, free with ads, and it's streaming in a few other places as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and that's our episode, guys. Thanks again for listening to the podcast. As always, you could follow us on Blue Sky at SNL Nerds. You could donate to our Patreon at Non-Productive.com.
And you can also check out the archive of the show on YouTube. As long as you're on YouTube checking out Sneakers, you can go to Non-Productive.com. You can find the entire archive of the SNL Nerds podcast. So,
yes.
Yeah, check us out there.
Check us out there. And as always,
give us a like, give us a comment.
Yeah, give us all the things. Gimme.
Subscribe.
All those things. Do it, motherfucker.
Yeah.
And, wow, I got harsh right there. I apologize, people.
You got unusually aggressive.
I feel feelings. I feel very passionate about this podcast.
You do. You're a passionate man.
Yeah, and
nobody understands you but your lady.
Yeah, I can dig it. And as always, you can follow me on all the socials at Darren Credible. That's DARAN Credible.
And you can follow me on all the socials at Trumbull Comic. That's TRUMBULL and the word comic. And, end of September already. What are we going to do next week? What are we going to do next week when October starts, Darren?
Well, I'll tell you what we're going to do, motherfucker. We're going to go...
Again.
I'm sorry.
Aggressive.
Again.
Very aggressive.
I'm a passionate man. I'm like an Italian. But yeah,
we've been friends for well over a decade, I think. So.
I know. I just have so many feelings raging inside me.
Okay, all right.
But yeah, we're gonna talk all about not the debut, but the first episode back of Saturday Night Live, season 51, starting Bad Bunny, Doja Cat.
Yeah, I believe they call that a premiere.
Premiere, that's the word. I was trying to think, what's it called? Was like the first thing of the thing.
You see, when they do like a year of a television show, they call that a season, Darren. And then the first episode of that season is called the season premiere.
Oh.
And then when the season finishes, they call that the season finale.
Oh, I didn't realize I was talking to an executive producer over here.
I know TV.
Ooh, Johnny Hollywood over here, la-di-da. All right.
So that's going to be premiering October 4th. I guess we should say our episode for this and for the foreseeable future, they're not going to come out until Tuesday. Usually Mondays are when our episodes drop, but because I'm doing a job where I'm working on Sundays now, we can't really record the episodes on Sundays the way we usually did. So now we got to record Monday nights, which means the podcast is going to come out on Tuesdays. So Tuesday. Tuesday's when we're going to be talking about it. That's Tuesday. What is next Tuesday?
Oh my God, math! You're asking me to do math.
No, I'm looking it up on my phone.
7th.
Tuesday the 7th.
Yes.
So SNL premiere on the 4th. SNL Nerds coming out on Tuesday the 7th. So check us out then.
Tuesday, SNL Nerds Day.
Yeah. So Tuesday, and that'll be Tuesday for the foreseeable future. I think we may just make Tuesdays the day for the podcast. That'll probably be easier.
I think so. I think we just
rather than shift in between Tuesdays and Mondays.
I think we just go ahead and might do that.
Yeah. We'll just make that Tuesday until my work schedule changes or until I get fired.
Yes. Whichever comes first. And
hey, if you want to take bets on which is going to happen first,
right? Go to DraftKings and just take your bets. Place your bets.
Yeah. It's funny because it's my livelihood.
Go to your local OTB, place your bets, and see how this all shakes out.
Anyway, so we'll be back with all our thoughts about SNL's premiere for season 51. We're looking forward to that, I guess.
We are. Yeah.
We are? Are we? Okay.
I mean, sure.
We have mixed feelings.
Yeah. Hopefully, I want to be proven wrong. I want to be like, oh, this is actually way better than I thought. But like right now,
I want to blow me away, but I'm still like I'm a little wary. You've broken my heart so many times, SNL.
Yeah, a little bit. But I'm happy to be proven wrong. I want to be proven wrong.
Yes.
I don't know, but we'll see.
Like maybe we will love all 5 of the new people who are on, and we won't miss any of the people who left. Who knows? Anything can happen. That's kind of the exciting thing. About a new season. So next week we'll have lots to say about the season premiere of SNL, and join us for that, and let us know what you think of it. But until then, Nerds out!
This has been a non-productive media presentation. Executive producer Frank Hablawi. This program and many others like it on the Non-Productive Network is distributed under a Creative Commons Attribution Non-Commercial No Derivatives license. Please share it, but ask before trying to change it or sell it. For more information, visit non-productive.com.